Hello, everyone, and this is Milli Beri TV, where the truth is always in the headline. We'll take you around the world in 5 minutes, so let's get into today's top stories. Thousands of U.S. Army paratroopers arrive in the Middle East as buildup intensifies. Thousands of elite paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne Division have began arriving in the Middle East. This follows the arrival of 2,500 Marines over the same weekend, adding to the thousands of sailors and special forces already stationed in the region. While no final decision has been made to send these troops directly into Iran, their arrival gives President Trump more options for the ongoing conflict. Potential missions include seizing Kharg Island, a critical hub that handles 90% of Iran's oil exports, securing trade, which protects oil tankers moving through the Strait of Hormuz, or uranium extraction, which is sending ground forces into Iran to seize highly enriched uranium located deep underground. This buildup is part of Operation Epic Fury, which began in late February. Since then, the US has hit over 11,000 targets. However, the move is controversial. It carries high military risks and faces low public support at home as it contradicts previous promises to stay out of new Middle Eastern wars. As of March 30th, 2026, the US is reportedly in talks with a more reasonable regime to try and end the war, but the military buildup continues as a safety measure and show of force. Trump again threatens widespread destruction in Iran if the deal is not reached shortly. According to a recent social media update from President Donald Trump, negotiations to halt military actions with Iran are advancing. Still, he issued a stark warning. Unless a resolution is finalized quickly and the Strait of Hormuz is reopened right away, the United States will expand its military campaign. This proposed escalation would involve the total destruction of vital Iranian assets, including oil wells, power grids, Kharg Island, and potentially even water desalination facilities. The Strait of Hormuz serves as an essential maritime route responsible for transporting roughly 20% of the globe's oil during times of peace. Regarding international law, legal experts point out that targeting civilian utilities, such as energy infrastructure, is only permissible if the strategic military gain strictly exceeds the negative impact on the civilian population. This strict legal standard is notoriously difficult to meet, and causing disproportionate civilian suffering may be prosecuted as a war crime. Major U.S. airports return to normal as TSA workers get paid. Major U.S. airports such as Dallas, New York, and Houston are finally seeing a return to normalcy after weeks of massive travel disruptions. The chaos was caused by a 45-day partial government shutdown that left 50,000 TSA officers without pay since mid February, leading to extreme staffing shortages and security lines that lasted up to 4 hours. To fix the existential crisis at security checkpoints, President Trump signed an emergency directive on Friday, allowing workers to receive their retroactive paychecks starting this month. Despite the relief for airport travelers, the political standoff in Washington continues. While TSA agents are now being paid, tens of thousands of other DHS workers remain without paychecks as Democrats and Republicans remain deadlocked over immigration policy reforms. For now, the government has deployed hundreds of additional immigration agents to major airports to help manage the spring break travel surge and ensure that security operations remain stable while the broader shutdown persists. And that's a wrap on today's headlines. You've been watching Milli Beri TV, and we took you around the world in 5 minutes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a story. See you next time.